All right. Hello, everybody. It's me, Cullen, back with another shave. Tonight we are doing pelagic shave number 44. Tonight I'm coming at you with Southern Witchcraft's Arcayne Abyss. This has been described to me as smelling like wet dog. And lathering, the soap stinks, which is odd because to me the splash smells pretty good. And tonight I'm sporting my, that's right, pelagic shave shirt. That's right. If you want me, hit me up. I'll let you know how much they are. They all depend on sizes. For bowl, I'm using my black TwinPines because I figured, with the black. And then for the Abyss, I went with my Leonidam because it reminded me of the ocean. And then I have the Splash. Now this, I bought this for my buddy. It broke in transit and lost most of the splash. The soap is softer than my other ones that I had, or that I have from them. I had to use a whole bunch of soap to make a lather tonight. But tonight I actually came prepared, and the scent notes on this, they say are incense, oud, seawater, lavender, cedar, cypress, ambergris, smoke, and kelp. The only thing that I smell, no incense, no oud. All I get is probably the seawater, kelp, maybe the smoke. I don't know. The soap has that, definitely has that wet dog smell to it. And tonight's shave, I'm going to be using the Yaqi Raster that I polished. And when I polished it, I noticed that the edges got taken down a little, so I went ahead and rounded those out. So we'll see if that's any better of a shave. Let's get on with the shave tonight. That was just warm water. Look at that. That lather. One thing about Southern Witchcraft's soaps is that they're vegan, but I don't think there's another vegan base out there as good. Not even CK6. I think they hands down have the vegan base award. They're just they're known for putting out some funky scents, which is okay by me. I like most of their scents. Like lycanthropy, I really liked. I have to re-buy that. I traded it, or I sold it when I thought I was getting out of the hobby, but as you could tell, I'm not. In the bowl, I thought this stuff had taken as much water as it's gonna take, but they're they have the best vegan base out there. Might ruffle some feathers saying that, but that's just my opinion. As you could probably hear in the background, my dog barking. I have my Old English sheepdog over here. Usually my wife and kids have her. And her being a sheepdog, an Old English sheepdog, she, you know, it's in her to guard. You know, herd the flock and guard it, and you know, it's so funny because, you know, as a kid growing up, used to watch Roadrunner, you know, and Bugs Bunny and the Wile E. Coyote, and every now and then you get the cartoon on there with the old sheepdog, and them trying to steal the, I can't remember if it was a coyote trying to steal the sheep or who it was. And he would sit there with that hair over his eyes and like he was blind as a bat. You know, and then all of a sudden he was there in action, you know. Well, that's her. You put her hair up in a little, with a rubber band to keep it out of her eyes so she could see. And a few minutes later, she has the rubber band out. Then she's walking in the walls and stuff like that again because she can't see because of her hair. And we always joke and make fun of her because like we'll be trying to so I'm adding more water to the soap here. I'll be giving her a snack or something, and we'll call her and she'll come over there and she'll walk right into your hand with the snack. And we always laugh and joke, and say, not only can she not see because of her hair, but her nose is broken also, because she acts like she can't sniff anything. But I'll tell you what, she could hear a mouse fart from 100 yards away. She has ears on her. She'll start barking because she hears the neighbor across the street checking their mail or something, and it's like, good grief. Yeah, but she's as friendly as thing. Doesn't meet a stranger. People are intimidated by her because she's huge for her breed. She's 115 pounds. Most females don't get that big. It's usually the males that get real big. But anyways, yeah, the smell of the soap, now that it's lathered and on, it's definitely got some I could see why a lot of people wouldn't like this scent, because of the seaweed and the kelp. I used to have reef tanks. Well, first of all, the shape's a whole lot better now that it's polished and the edges are done. I think I polished it a little too much because you can feel the blades on the edges here where I took away too much of that pot metal. But to me, it's not enough to give two hoots about. But when I love it. I grew up in Florida. We used to go to the docks all the time. I grew up not far from the ocean. And even as a kid, there was something about the smell. It was like it was almost the I don't know, like the primordial ooze or something, you know. Just something about the ocean was always the scents that came out of it that most people thought were gross. I always liked. And so when I had my saltwater tanks and did corals and all that, I had a protein skimmer and algae scrubbers and sorry, got soap on the brush and it's all slippery. And I had my brain just went blank. In my sump, I had can't think of what it's called now. But anyways, I had this algae in there. And it was good algae. And it would roll, and as the water filtered through it, it would take out a lot of the protein and nutrients. But my tank, you could always tell when it was time to, when it needed some serious maintenance. Because all the corals being living animals that actually eat meat and you know, and they could survive off of just the proper light. But I try to keep my reef tank as natural as the ocean. And so I always had enough copepods and anthropods and arthropods in there. And, all the microorganisms that live and breathe and eat, and you know, anything that eats has to give off waste. That's one of the neatest things about corals is, you know, is that people don't realize that they're an actual living animal. They have a symbiotic relationship with a I believe it's single-celled organism. Called zooxanthellae, and that's what actually makes most of the, or it might be all of them, any coral that has a glow to it and ultraviolet light is because the living algae in it, which is a zooxanthellae, is phosphorescent, I guess. It reacts with ultraviolet light. And so that's why with your lights, you have to give them the right balance, spectrums of blue lights, and red promotes more algae growth and all that mess, but it feeds them, and so they will also, the actual coral themselves will actually eat copepods and mysis shrimp and anything they can fit in their mouths. And you'll see a thing that's this big that'll swell up and open up this big to eat something that's as big as it is, and it's really an amazing thing. And so that's where the pelagic stuck with, you know, besides me and my buddy Logan. It was a typo, but then it just stuck. And so my love for the ocean and the reef tank, but I think that's why I like it, is because that smell to me it triggers memories and stuff. So a lot of people are like, this is like horrible, but to me, I really enjoy it because it's actually triggering a lot of memories. But let me get cleaned up. That's enough with the microbiology lesson, and I'll be back with after blah 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 and all that. So I'll be right back. Okay, and we're back. Can y'all read that right there? No? Okay, neither can I. But let me, coming from Southern Witchcraft's website, it says that Arcayne Abyss was designed to put the shaver straight into an H.P. Lovecraft novel, to stare down Tulhu, I don't know how you pronounce that sea monster name, and madness itself. The scent captures the essence of the murky, salty sea, mated with smoky incense and fragrant driftwood. Still getting no smoky incense from the actual soap. We haven't hit the splash yet, but we shall see. But after my shave, warm water, cold water rinse, cleaned all my gear. We used the TwinPines Woodturning bowl, Southern Witchcraft Arcayne Abyss, and then I used what's that stuff called? Witch hazel. Then my juicy juice. And in case y'all that have a Yaqi Raster are wondering, as you see, I didn't touch the part where the blade goes or under the cap because it is pot metal. But when I did polish it, I had it on the on a handle like that, so it polished, and it polished the the safety bar there also. I think because of the way it polished, that it actually gave it a better angle now, because it shaved way better tonight than it's ever shaved. So I don't know how the real deal one, the real deal Holyfield shaves, the what's it called, the Blackland Vector. Never shaved with one of those. I'm gonna pick one up here shortly, I do believe. I'm not getting the titanium one. That's too friggin' overpriced, and I have a feeling that it's gonna be too light. That handle just looks too skinny and feminine to be, once it goes into titanium, to have any type of good weight to it. Unlike You know, that's the one thing I love about the timeless titanium, is that handle still gives it so much weight. And even, that's not it. I don't have my glasses, so I can't tell what razor is what. That's how blind I am, y'all. Even with the carbon, see, this is the steel handle, stainless steel. And see how the titanium has that gray to it, just like the, you know, just like the timeless does. Titanium just has different, it almost has a gunmetal finish to it, because it's, you know, it's a mix of metals. It's not a pure metal. But even this, because of the bulkiness to it, has good weight to it. So, I don't know, I can't see that little skinny handle being comfortable. It seems like it would be too light of a razor. And then I use my Leonidam. It just looked like something from the ocean, so I went with it. And that knot is the what? Oh yeah, that's right, bomb.com. Tomorrow, y'all, I will be using a new soap that I've never used before in my life. That's going to be Master Soap Creations Vintage Lapidus. So we'll use that tomorrow. With what brush? I don't know. If you have a suggestion, throw it out there. And I'll probably use my titanium carbon tomorrow. Now that I touched it, I miss that razor. But thank you for tuning in. Hope you know, if you want some swag, hit me up. Get you an order. I think they run about $25. Then I have some new products coming to the shop, some razor stands. And so we'll see about all that. But thank you for joining me for Pelagic Shave number 44, I believe. Who knows? Y'all know I can't count. So I'll see y'all tomorrow. Thank you for tuning in. And I need a knot for this. I don't know which knot I should put in this. I don't know if I should go with natural or a synthetic. Help me out if y'all have a suggestion. I only have one good synthetic brush that I like so far, and that's my Sinbad in my Wild West brush. All the other synthetics I do not like at all. But thank you for tuning in for another Pelagic Shave, episode 40. What number did I say? 40 something. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Please take care, be safe, and God bless. Hey, I just realized I didn't put on my splishy splash, so I don't want to not let y'all. Yeah, that smelled like seawater, kelp. It's, hear that? Sticky, just like the sea. Thank y'all.